What's up, gamers? It's your boy, Launchpad 1412. Excited to be back with another video. We got some My Team gameplay here. This is the squad, and I like my squad. I do think there are a couple players that I do want to replace because of how they play, more like how they shoot versus how they play. As Go Kyrie Irving knocks down a three first bucket of the contest. And yes, I did pay 20 to get that pro pass. I buy packs anyway, so I didn't really see what would be the big deal about me paying for the pro pass if it's only $20. Now I would suggest buying the uh, the 40 levels. Now that's something totally different. But $20 for a pro pass and you get a free GOAT card, why not? I don't see why. I don't see why a person wouldn't if they play my team as much as I do. Even though I just kind of got back into it 3 months ago. Next year, I'm really going to try to play throughout the whole duration of the year because my team would actually be much better than this. Obviously, you can see I got a lot of free cards on here, and a couple of those other 100s. Don't let them fool you. I got them from like locker codes and stuff like that. Like most of these cards, I think, with the exception of maybe the Paul George, the Invincible Paul George, and the GOAT Kyrie Irving. The rest of them are basically free, to be honest with you. But yeah, we got a nice squad. We got Kyrie Irving, GOAT card starting. I wish his shot was a little bit better, but I like how he plays. You got to understand, I'm okay at the game. So one thing the NBA 2K does pretty well, they kind of match you up with your skill set, and they also try to match you like with a team that is similar to your team as far as skill level or overall. So I play a lot of okay guys, like guys that are on my level. Now if I play someone that like had a really good team and they were really good at the game, they would obviously blow me out because I'm not that good at the game. So our opponent is a fast break dunk there. But but I still like playing, but for the level that I play at, the squad's pretty good. The squad's pretty good. So we got, like I said, we got Kyrie Irving GOAT at the helm. Professionally, he probably would never start on nobody's team because he's probably too short if you're a professional player. At the two starting, we got Paul George, the Invincible, which I really like. I like his shot. It's a little slow. I like what I do. It's a tad slow, but I still like it. I understand the release very well. So I like him on here. At the three, we got Larry Kenon. I know I heard of him back in the day. I know he played. I think he played in the '70s, if I'm not mistaken. But man, that was a long time ago, and I heard this guy's name. But man, look at that! Look at Mark Price, man. Mark Price, my boy, Mark Price representing from the '90s as he knocked down that shot there. Mark Price, man, he used to get busy back in the day. People don't really know, man. He was as he gets scored on right there. He was a pretty big deal back in the day, man. Like that Cleveland team with him and Craig Elo, Larry Nance, Brad Darley, Gerald Wilkins, Dominique Wilkins' brother, man, that team was pretty nasty, man. That was a nice little squad, man, for real. And Mark Price, man, he was doing his thing. So I actually bought him with some coins, not with money, but with some coins. Him and Mitch Richmond. Um, I like mixing up. I like having some of the later, uh, some of the guys are the current players, but I like having some of the older players from my generation too, like John Stockton, who gets a steal right there. People don't necessarily like using John Stockton because he's short on the game, but if you know how to utilize him, he can work out pretty well for you. As our opponent knocks down, clock winding down three, but it didn't count. Thank goodness. Um, this guy, he was alright with that move, man, for real. Like he was low key. He was killing me with him a little bit and Shea Gilchrist. I like mixing it up though. John Stockton knocks down another three. A huge. That's his first three, but he knocks it down. But as you can see, that tied the ball game up. But if you utilize like players like him and Mark Price well, they can be effective. One thing you got to understand about John Stockton, what he does well. First of all, he's a really good dribbler. It's hard to steal the ball from him. And he's a really good passer. Yeah, he hits the open guy, and he's got that badge that when he hits the open person, the chances of making a shot is a lot higher. That's probably why that rattled in. So you got to read those badges. You really got to read those badges and see what they do, and see how what's good about the player that you're choosing. Because these guys can be effective, man. And John Stockton is really good to pick and roll. He gets a dump off right there. Some players would have got that stolen from. Not that he can't get the ball stolen from in the pick and roll on the pass, but he's going to make that pass more often than he's not. So you got to play the odds. You got to play the odds with a lot of these guys when you're using these cards. Here we go, John Stockton again, but this time he goes to the rack and gets a dunk. Now, that's unrealistic, but in real life, John Stockton is like top 5 point guard of all time. He literally like it's him, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson. If you want to call Steph Curry a point guard, I guess you could put him in there. And then probably, this is just off the cuff, probably Jason Kidd. But if he's not top 5, he's definitely like top 10. Like John Stockton of all time. Like John Stockton he was really that dude back in the day. I know he don't got a ring, but he was pretty good. He just happened to run into Michael Jordan twice. So, we all know how that went down. But at any rate, man, I mean, these cards, man, some of these cards are not cards that people utilize that much. Everybody wants to get the Wimbies. I mean, I want Wimby someone, yeah, too. I want Durant too. I want them too, but I can't afford them. I can't afford them. But if I would have played the game, like if I would have stuck the game out and played throughout the whole year, I probably would at least have like Wimby or Durant, at least one of those guys. That's why I said you could tell my team. I kind of just started my team back up 3 months ago, and it shows with this squad. But we was able to get this guy up out of here, beat him by 10. These guys are so obsessed with playing like playing you one-on-one. Like it's just like like it's a clear, I don't get the obsession with it. It's a clear disadvantage, man, like to a degree. Don't get me wrong, there's some people that I can guard well. Like the Larry Kenon guy, I can guard him. I can guard with him pretty well. Paul George pretty well. Bam out of Debo, I believe that's how you say his name. If I said his name wrong, I'm sorry. I can play with him well. Even Tim Duncan, I can guard with him well. But, you can't guard everybody. You see, I clicked off of Mark Price. I tried to guard Darion Fox at one time, man. He cooked me. After that time, like, you got to know when to click off. You're like, if I keep trying to guard him with Mark Price, he's going to score on me the whole game. Like, I don't know. I don't get it, man. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you can defend people. Unless you're, like, really good at it. If you're really good at defending, then go ahead and do your thing, man, one-on-one. But I normally just guard whoever I score. Whoever I score with, that's who I guard normally coming down the court next. And if my opponent wants to swing the ball his way and try to get past me, I'm not bad at defending. I'm not bad at it. I just don't think it's the best idea all the time. If you're trying to win, you got to strategize a little differently. You can't, everybody can't guard on the game. And that's how the game is meant to be played. Like, I don't know. That's just to me.